That was wrong. Hello. I think I'm technically live now. So, hello, no one. How are you? I am Camryn Drost. Welcome to my creative corner. I'm actually in the corner of a desk, so that's nice. I'll show you because why not? See, there's a corner and I'm in it. So, is that either meta or continuity errors? Not continuity. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Hello. So, I've wanted to do this for a while. For people that don't know who I am, not that anybody's here, but wait, is there actually somebody here? No, that can't be true. Anyways, so for people that rewatch this if I upload it or something. Anyways, for people that could theoretically be here, I'm going to pretend like I'm speaking to someone, even though I'm pretty sure I'm not. Although there is like a person in my view. It says one, but I feel like that's just me. So, anyways, if you're a real person, I apologize for not acknowledging your existence. Anyways, I can do this. This is a thing that I wanted to do for a while. I am a college student. I am a very busy college student during, this crazy time, and I am not handling it all that well, but that's not what this is for. And one of these reasons I haven't been handling it well, it's resulted in me not doing things that I like to do, like writing. I haven't written anything in months. I haven't edited anything in months. I came up with an entire new book idea on voice memos. That was fun. But I did that while I was working. I work as a pizza delivery driver. So that's I don't really count that. And I've been working on this cross stitch since the beginning of quarantine. I cross stitch. That's a thing that I do. This is my first ever really big piece. There we go. So yeah, and I would like to finish this, and I would like to read more. So during this time, I would like it theoretically to be like an hour long, maybe. Hopefully every day, maybe. Again, who the hell knows? Heck, sorry, who the heck knows? I want to just do different creative things with with like other people's that'll like actually do it, and also content. I a little bit think that it might make more sense for me to do this on Twitch, but I don't understand Twitch as a platform, so I'm not going to do that. I expect nobody to join me for a long time, if maybe ever, but I have like the secret aspirations that this could become a big thing, because who doesn't? And also, is it just me, or do my glasses reflect blue light? Because I'm not supposed to have that extra coating on them, because the whole blue light thing is not actually true. It doesn't actually cause eye strain. It's just that you blink less when you're staring at a screen for a long time. So that's where all of that comes from. It's not the blue light. Blue light affects your ability to sleep, but like it's like 3:15 where I am, so that's not what's causing that. Yeah. So I figured I just hop on. Now this is, again, as I previously said, this is the thing that I wanted to do for a while. I just haven't done it because I've been stressed out. And like objectively, I won't even be able to be on here for an hour because I work at 5, and I have to it takes like around an hour for me to get prepped to go to work, because like it's 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. shift. Yay. I mean, money's money. Anyways, so it's like it'll probably only be until 4. But like that's until 4. I'm gonna sit here in front of a screen, and I'm gonna cross stitch, or I'm gonna find a book. I'm reading The Xenocide by Austin Scott Card right now, which is complicated because I do not promote the purchase of his books new, because he's horrible and believes in conversion therapy for gay people. So not a good person, but he writes really well. He's a really good writer. So, and all of his books, pretty much all of his books, except for obviously his new ones, have been like out for a long time. So you can buy them used. And then also economics major. That's what I do in school. So fun fact about the economy is that all of the metrics that you hear about like how big an economy is, or all of those different things, like every single metric that any economist or any person in any part of any government uses to like determine the size of things, the size of the economy, what's contributing to the economy, what sectors are big, used economy is completely separate from that. So like anything you buy at Goodwill, anything you buy used from a friend, anything garage sales, anything that was owned by a second person, the added wealth to the economy that's not contributed. That's why used goods are so useful, because it's a whole thing. But I feel like I explained that poorly. I wanted to like maybe make a video about that, so maybe that'll happen at some point when I'm less busy. Right now this is all I can handle, and I'm not sure I'll ever do this again, so yay. Anyways, what was I saying? Right, so I was reading that. I just finished a book, and let me go get it, because, well, no, wait, here it is. I just finished this, which I want to rant about, because I was not in a good headspace and I needed a beach read. And as you can see, this book is called Beach Read, and it is very good. It is a very good book. It's about an author dealing with her father's infidelity while simultaneously, starting up a romance with the like mysterious-ish guy next door, and they're on a beach on Lake Michigan, and that's why it's called Beach Read. But it's not a romantic comedy. The main character writes romantic comedies, and like the initial premise of the book, how I read it, because I heard it from a different Catty-tastic said this book, and the way she pitched this book was a romance author is trapped on a summer and for a summer on a beach, and at this beach house, and she has to get this book written, but she's suffering from writer's block. And the guy next door is a guy next door writes like deep literary fiction and like looks at deep literary fiction, and he's also dealing with writer blocks, and they decide to switch genres to like see if that can like deal with their writer's block, which like sounds really fun and like rom-com-y, and this is not a romantic comedy. I mean, I guess no, honestly, this is just straight contemporary. This is straight contemporary. There's nothing comedic about this. I needed there to be something comedic about this, and there wasn't. And I was so annoyed because it's called freaking Beach Read, and it's not a beach read. I mean, you could read it on a beach, but I think beach read, I think pink covers, and pink covers, I think happy and light and bubblegum. This is none of those things. This is very deep, and it deals with a lot of different types of trauma. So I would like, if you are somebody that deals with trauma, I would actually like maybe look up some trigger warnings for this, because there's like child abuse and cults, and obviously infidelity, I mentioned that, and just like suicide. Yeah. So again, not a beach read, and I'm sorry it's so exposed. There's no overhead lighting in this room, so I get everything from lamps, and there's one right here, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it so you can see me. Like, does it make more sense? No, that was bad. Like this? Is this better? I think this might be better. I think I'll have the lighting like that. So yeah. Sorry, I wanted to rant about this book for like people that actually read. And I get that nobody's watching this, but theoretically, if there was somebody watching this, I would want that person. Theoretically, the person watching this would also be somebody that reads, theoretically, because I theoretically run an author YouTube channel. Even though I've only posted like 10 times in the last year or something, which is annoying because I like have videos and stuff. And this is just me ranting and not me being creative, but it's only been 7 minutes. So I'm going to give myself like 3 more minutes of ranting, and then I promise we'll do something creative. I think I'm probably going to cross, I think. So yeah. So annoyed. So annoyed. Then again, I mean, yeah, I've said everything I need to say about this. So let's do the creative stuff. So I'm going to actually, I have a secondary screen over here. So I'm going to see if I can pull up the live stream and see if I can actually open up my Scrivener, because I have a really great best friend, and she gave me Scrivener for my 21st birthday because she is the best. So, oops, I just searched car instead of Camryn. So again, I don't know how, see, right, sorry. Sorry, I got distracted by I'll show you the screen. See, I don't know why I got distracted. I was just reading stuff. What was I saying? Right, I don't know how YouTube Live works. Like, I don't know what I should, if there's like anything in particular I should be doing or not doing. I have my headphones on because they work as a speaker because my computer doesn't have a speaker. So those are staying on the whole time. Hopefully that doesn't affect the audio too much. Or maybe if that's weird, I don't know. This is what we got. This is what's happening. So yeah, I'm gonna open it up. Okay, so this is meta because like I'm looking at myself looking at the screen, and it's like a couple second delay. But now I'm gonna open Scrivener and see if that does anything. It's taking a minute to load. My computer is she's great. I love her, but she's also I'm also getting a CS miner, so I have a lot of like stuff downloaded on her, and she's like $500 and not built that way. Okay, hey, okay, so Scrivener opened, and it looks like. Sorry, I'm looking at the screen, and there's like a delay, so I have to make sure. Okay, so it looks like you guys can still see me fine. Obviously, you can't see my actual screen, which was probably good. Oh man, I haven't opened this in forever. So much has changed. I might be like completely getting rid of. I might be completely changing my POV, which is like a big deal because the POV I am changing it to is a Black person, and like I am obviously very, very white. I am all of the Anglo-Saxoniness. Like I have white ancestors, and I have distant white family in South Africa. That is how I like all of the whiteness. So again, as previously stated, what was I saying? Right. What was I saying? I'm gonna drink this and then I'm gonna finish. Oh, this is so meta. So meta. Okay, I'm gonna close the live stream because it's too meta. It's too meta. Okay. Live stream closed. So like what should I do? Should I like make her like, I don't want to not make her black because like that seems stupid. That seems like the wrong choice there. But also like I don't want like to take up voices, but also it's like a super high fantasy and like as of right now, her culture is derived more from like ancient Greek type stuff. It'd be like it's like ancient Greek English Industrial Revolution amalgamation. They just all happen to be black. So because representation is important. If I'm being honest, that's why they're like that. But now I have like wish I could show you my I was just on a video sharing image sharing platform and I found like a picture that perfectly represented. What did it perfectly represent? Sorry, again, zoning. See, this happens a lot. Right, it perfectly represented what Princess looks like. So I have like this image of who Princess is, and she's like the only character that I have like a really solid image of who she is and how she acts and all these things. And I don't want to change that about her, even though like, I mean, it kind of does, but like it's more her clothes that make her stick. I have more her clothes that make her stick out, which honestly doesn't really make a lot of sense since she is a very deep toned black person. I don't know. see, this is where I'm at. I have no idea. So let's not deal with this right now. I'm gonna cross stitch for my creative corner. I'm gonna work on this. As you can see, I have my thingy. Woo. Okay, maybe you actually can't see that, but that was probably a mistake. It's this dark blue. I'm working on this section here. Is anybody else here cross stitch? Well, nobody's here, so I'm just gonna pretend that like maybe you do cross stitch because you're not anybody. So I get to pick what you are because you're not real. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn this on. So I would again. So I think I totally forgot to mention this because I am a self-absorbed person at heart. We'll have to fight against that energy. My self-absorbed energy. So I didn't mention this, but like this is meant to be like an hour that other people can also tune into and also do creative things that they maybe wouldn't necessarily. Maybe they would spend an hour watching YouTube videos and then come back and be like, oh wait, oh crap, I just spent over an hour watching YouTube videos. I could have spent an hour doing this. And then this is just like a hey, if you see my stream, you're like, hey, this is what I'm doing. You could join me and do a creative thing. And like that could be anything. That could be cross stitching, that could be woodworking, that could be stone carving, that could be reading. I consider reading a creative activity. Because you have to imagine the world. I don't have to justify it, but I did, so I'm going to anyways. Because like you're creating the world in your mind, and like you could be reading, you could be writing, you could be cross stitching, you could be quilting. I almost got into quilting, but it's just too much stuff. There's too many things that you need to be quilting. Cross stitching is much less expensive. There's a much lower barrier to entry for this kind of stuff. Like this entire pattern, this gorgeous. Look how pretty this is. Look how pretty this is. This entire pattern was like $3. It was $3 to make this. Well, not to make it. I also have to pay for like this yarn and stuff. That's probably like an extra $4. So like plus the Ida, which was probably like 7 or 8. But like yeah, all this entire thing is probably going to cost me less than $20 to make, not including manpower, which I don't include because cross stitching is relaxing. Look how pretty this is. Look how amazing! Like look at the green. How to use the greens and all that stuff to do. The person who created this pattern is a genius. Who is the person that created this pattern? I can shout them out. I can, while I'm looking for the pattern, I'll make sure to like make sure I do that. Oh my god, I have way too many tabs open on this thing. Let's just. I should probably delete some of them. That is not a current Julia problem. Camryn problem. Well, you heard me say it. Camryn is my writing name. It's not my first name, so I might fib up every once in a while. I think it's this account. Oh, sorry, it's making me log into the Etsy account because it didn't remember who I was. But I gotta get my pattern because it's like a digital pattern that technically I've downloaded, but I constantly like lose. As you can see, like I didn't actually think this through. I just kind of jumped on because I wanted to start doing this, and I knew if I kept putting it off because like, oh, I have to wait till a perfect moment, it would never get done because that's how my brain works. That's how my entire brain works. I just have to ignore the fact that I'm woefully unprepared for the things that I want to do and just do them, and then let it go as it comes. Okay, this was done by who did this? Awesome Pattern Studio on Etsy did this. I mean, I did the work, but like she did the pattern, which is the significantly harder thing to do. My next one, I'm actually gonna try and do a pattern, but I want to finish this one first. And there's so much left. There's so much simultaneously, so much and so little left because I'm like so close to the finish line. I just want to be done. Okay. So let's go to PDF files. Oh no, no, no. I'm not good with the Etsy. I'm not good with any website. I'm like a 60-year-old woman trapped in like a 21-year-old's body when it comes to the internet. It's just not my energy. Not my energy. Tablet version is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the print version. The print version. Like my shirt. My mom got it for me. It's How to Treat Your Dragons. Oh, I love that series so much. I cried uncontrollably at the end of the third movie. My boyfriend, my significant other, because he's the best. He got us an early showing, so it came out like I saw it 2 months before it actually came out, which in retrospect I probably wouldn't have necessarily preferred because I had nobody else to talk to about it, and then I had like already emotionally accepted what had happened in that third movie and that they ended the franchise. Like that before anybody else had seen it, and so like other people have been seeing it, but like I couldn't talk about it because I was still like low-key very upset because they ended the franchise. Sorry if you haven't seen How to Train Your Dragon. They end the franchise in third movie. I won't tell you how, but they do as bad as good as you can in a children's movie to make sure that is never getting dug up. We're not having a Shrek 4 situation. Although apparently that movie was good considering the canon. Sorry. I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube because I'm either stressed out about school or watching YouTube videos at this point in my life. Hence the need to do this, which I haven't even started doing, and we're like 60 minutes in. So, I'll just start doing it. I can keep talking while I'm doing it, kind of. Okay, we're going down. How many steps are we going down? So again, I encourage you to do whatever it is that you want to do to also be creative in this time. That is the purpose of this. It is not just for me, it is also for the people. It's also for all of you imaginary people. How do you enjoy being imaginary? It must be fairly fun. I sometimes think it'd be cool to be imaginary. It's like very few consequences for your actions because like you're not real and stuff, you know? Is this the first one? Yes. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so it goes all the way down. Okay, so it goes down this one. And it goes down this one. Sorry, one sec. Okay, so I'll just do that. Okay, so what was I saying? Imaginary people. It must be fun to be imaginary. You see like a world of possibilities. You could have the ability to fly. Do you have the ability to fly? Like literally, as in like you have a pilot's license and or don't have a pilot's license, but no, because it expired or something, but no, in general, how to fly a plane. So if you were put into that situation, you could. Or a hot air balloon. Oh, do you know how to control a hot air balloon, imaginary people? That would be so cool. Like I know like the logistics of it because Avatar and also because like I've seen them before. and it's the whole hot air cycling with the cold air and it sinks and then it rises and it sinks and all that stuff and that's why you have to keep heating the air. Like I kind of understand that and like you don't have any control of it and like the whole like I made a hot air balloon to get rid of the Nazis thing. So sorry, not to get rid of the Nazis, it's to escape the Nazis. Or is that the Cold War? Never mind. Yeah. So yeah. See, this is what's happening. Maybe I just am starved to hear my own voice for an hour and I'm just gonna keep talking. Unless you imaginary people think it's distracting. If you imaginary people think it's distracting, you're going to need to comment and then I will be silent. But seeing as how you are imaginary and therefore cannot interact with real space, I have won. Insert evil laugh. Excuse me. One downside to cross stitching is that you're either like seriously tilting over your neck like this or you're slouching. Like there's no in between. You have to, unless you're like holding it like the cross stitch like this, which is like not that comfortable, like not that natural of a position. Like I found if I like lean forward over the cross stitch, that kind of helps because then you're like, uh, right. Cause then like your neck's less tilted than if you were like sitting backwards. And like it's less natural for your back to like not stretch out, but like I have a problem. I get why people have scrolls. I'm totally going to invest in a scroll once I've computed like 3 cross stitches. And this isn't just a temporary fad. Temporary fads are a thing that I do a lot. How many 5 right down? 4 down? Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have done it this way. Oh well, who cares? Nothing I can do about it now. Well, I could. I've already done this, so I could I have to go all the way down anyways, so I have to go 1, 2, 4. Right the thingy. Okay. So I have to go down 4. And then after that, did you hear that sound? I hit my keyboard. I'm gonna turn my keyboard off so I don't hit it again and make a weird sound. I apologize if you heard that sound and it was jarring to you. So, imaginary people, hot air balloons, going down 4 stitches and not more than 4 stitches because you are distracted by talking to the etherverse. Sorry, imaginary people, didn't mean to undermine your existence there. Yeah, so, ooh, that could be fun. I could come up with a random story time. Like, me and my friends used to do this thing because she was also very creative. She's so awesome. My friend is awesome. She's the one that got me Scrivener. She's the best. One sec. I have to make sure I don't screw this up. And then I'll go back to talking. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I gotta go. Sorry. Okay, maybe I can't talk right now. Over 2. One sec. Over 2, up. And then over 3. There should be. Sorry, one sec. Again, do your own creative things, imaginary people. That is the purpose of this. Don't just watch me. Okay, so I gotta go over. Okay, got on the line again. I was talking about how awesome my friend was, which I could go on forever because she's awesome, but I don't really think that she wants all the information about how awesome she is on the internet because that would be like personal information. And so obviously I'm just going to tell her that she's awesome and you're going to trust me because of a parasocial relationship that does not exist. But I think I was like making a point other than how awesome she is. Because for some reason, although why anybody would want to talk about anything other than why my best friend is awesome, I am not sure. Because she is objectively the best. Like, objectively the best. She's like smart and funny and talented and caring. And just like, okay, I'm a Girl Scout. Are you a Girl Scout by any chance? Imaginary people. Well, I don't know if you are a Girl Scout, or even if you were a Girl Scout, if you remember the Girl Scout promise, like the long one, not the short one, not the one that on my honor I will try to serve God and my country to help people out at all times and live great the Girl Scout law. Not that one. The actual Girl Scout law one. Law one. That one is awesome. It's very long and it's like all of the attributes that Girl Scouts should like try to be or whatever. And it's like, and so she's like all of those things. So should I just say the Girl Scout law to you, or you could look it up? Because I'm pretty sure I still have it memorized. It's kind of catchy. So it's like, I promise to be honest and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, responsible for what I say and do, to respect myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout. But so she's like that, except don't limit it to Girl Scouts. This is just her as a person. Not to say that she's like perfect or anything, because like nobody is, but she's like really great, and I love her so much. So I'm gonna I feel like I'm making things needlessly awkward now. Okay, wait, I gotta make sure I don't screw this up again. Okay, no, that one goes all the way across. Cool. Sorry, going back to my thingamajiggermabob. So I'm going to move on by how awesome my friend is because she's like honestly the only person that might hop onto here and I don't want to make her uncomfortable. So she might be the only real person here at some point in the future. So I'm going to move forward from that. So, what creative things are you doing? Are you also cross stitching? Do you also love Beauty and the Beast? Coincidentally, this Beauty and the Beast was her favorite Disney princess when she was a child, which is like awesome. Oh, what's your favorite Disney princess? My current favorite Disney princess is Cinderella because I feel like she's an underrated feminist icon. Now, back when I was a child, it was Mulan because Mulan is just awesome. Which don't even get me started on the remake. I don't. I'm not here for it. It's all you really need. So yeah. Um, she was my favorite. Yeah, so Mulan was my favorite Disney princess as a child. Belle close second, and then I don't actually think. Okay, so I have a confession. Don't tell anyone. Imaginary people, even though I'm probably going to put this on the internet permanently. Don't tell anyone. Don't think I've actually ever seen Ariel all the way through. Yeah, or if I did, I was a really small child and I don't remember it, which like feels kind of like sacrilege as like a Disney Renaissance. Like I love the Disney Renaissance. Like I think I've seen Beauty and the Beast, sorry, Sleeping Beauty more times than I've seen Ariel, and Ariel's like a lot of people's favorite Disney princess. But I don't know. I didn't. I mean, we didn't have like I didn't own the movie as a child. Like nobody in my family owned the movie as a child, so like I just didn't go see it. And then okay, sorry, I'm reaching another point where I have to pay attention again. One sec. Do I just go? Gotta go up first. Yeah, so I've never actually seen Ariel all the way through. So she obviously could be my favorite Disney princess. Although "Poor Unfortunate Souls" is one of my favorite Disney villain songs. Same with like The Lion King, because like I love Be Prepared, but I didn't actually see The Lion King all the way through until middle school because I was too cool. Because I was too cool for The Lion King. I was one of those children. Yeah, I know, cringe for me. um, I still don't really like it that much, but like I understand. But then I was like, oh, it's not actually good. It's a very good movie. Anyways, yeah. So like I haven't seen. So Ariel couldn't be my second Disney princess. So I think after Mulan, probably went Beauty and the Beast, and then Tangled, Rapunzel, and then Tatiana from Princess and the Frog, which people don't like for some reason. I love that movie. I loved that movie when it came out. I mean, I was obviously older than its average age range when it came out, but like I really enjoyed that movie. Like what was it? I Have Friends on the Other Side. Iconic villain song. That is an iconic villain song. Thank you very much. And like all of the different things, and that like she's just so awesome. Tatiana's so awesome. And like I get the critiques that she's not actually the first Black Christmas because she spends most of the movie a frog, and like that's infuriating. And like I totally get that, and like that's fair from like a so not trying to like make any points about like the what's the word I'm looking for, the like the diversity of the movie, but just like that film slaps. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. I encourage you to rewatch it. Maybe I'll change your mind, or maybe you'll still think that it's not a good movie. Which is, I'm sure the people that don't like this movie are much smarter than me. That tends to be a trend. But you know, whatever. One of my favorite all-time children's series is literally Selectera, so I can't claim to have good taste. Come on. Sorry. Do you ever get that thing if you do cross stitch, imaginary person, where it's so short, and you probably should have stopped, but you had like 2 stitches left on the thing, so you wanted to finish. Yeah, I just had that, except I went through the wrong hole, so now I have to take this stupid thing that's already too short and put it through the same hole again, which feels impossible. It might actually be literally physically impossible, but I'm gonna try because physics has no. Okay, no, I'll probably give up. But right now, I'm still trying because physics has physics means nothing here. That's no. I fucked it up. Frack. Sorry, I fracked it up. I fracked it up real good. Okay, maybe I can do it this direction. That's like the most annoying way to do it, though. But it's better than not fixing it. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing here. Uh, so I'm trying to pull it through backwards. Oh, hey, it worked. Yes. Almost. Gotta get it all the way out. Come on, I believe in you. There you go. Good buddy. Who's a good boy? Oh, you're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes. Okay, now I just have to do the thing. Right, get the thing. Okay, so do you want to be able to? I'm just gonna assume that you want to see this cross stitch more than you want to see the top of my head. So we're gonna keep it with you slightly tilted down here. Don't know why I did that. I believe in your ability to do what I want you to do in this moment. Yes, I do. Yes, good. Good. Thank you for tricking my mom. Good. God. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Yes! I am the master. You are not the master. I am the master. Is that a quote from something? I feel like that might be. I feel like that's a thing that I'm quoting. If I am quoting something, let me know. Oh, crud. I'll just cut it here anyways, and then it won't matter. Oh no, my pattern went away. So, how is life, imaginary people? How are you doing? Are you doing well in the times, or are you like an adult with small children, or just an adult in general that has like bills and stuff and like lost their job? That would suck. I'm sorry if that's you, imaginary person. But since you're imaginary, I'm not going to give you such a tragic situation right now. So I'm going to make you're a happy person, hopefully. And if not, feel free. When you become not imaginary, I will entertain other options. But until then, okay. Oh, I'm doing more of the dark blue color. So the way for people here for the imaginary people here that don't cross stitch, what you get this is all embroidery floss. It doesn't come in these things that look like this. You have to wind them on them. I just think that it's better than the original packaging. I had them all in the original packaging, and that can be a mess. And you pull out just like one string from like a big string. So where can I find like a bigger string? Just like see how this is like a bunch of different strands. So you pull out just like one of those strands, and then you cut it a certain length, and then you fold it in half. There you go. You fold it in half, so you have like the loopy loop, loopy loop, loopy loopy loop, loopy loopy loop. There we go. Okay, I think you can see the loop, and then you take the needle. Let's see if I can do this from this far away. Okay, and there's still stuff on it. So give me a second. Yes, I can use my teeth. Yes, I swallowed the thread. No, that's not good for you. No, you shouldn't do that. But you know what? Whatever. Who cares? Okay, so yes, you have the needle, and the needle has the hole. Okay, you can see the hole. So, and then you just put the loop through the needle. And then, okay, so that's, I'm young, so I have good eyes, so that was easy for me. And then this is the magic. You take the loop that's through the needle, and you put the needle, put the needle through the loop. So I didn't do a good job of demonstrating that, but it's through the loop now. And now, I don't know if you can, sorry, okay, I can't, I have it directly in front of the screen. I can't actually see the screen. So okay, there we go. I can see the screen better now. So if you see, it's looped around, and then bam, instant knot. That's not going to come undone unless you break the thread. And if you break the thread, you have you don't have bigger problems. That's like a big problem. Don't break your thread. So there, and then that's super easy. And then then it's already doubled up, and then bam, that's how it's done. And so this is the dark blue. So this is this is like all of like this stuff here, and like not this stuff. It's like the darker bits here, darker bits of here. That's the thread I'm working with right now. I'm doing this section. I think I already pointed that out, but I'll just do it again because who cares? Yeah, so it's like a shirt, and then like the dark sky and all that stuff, and then they're like other blues for other purposes. Sorry, I realized how awkward it is that I'm literally talking to myself. I've been talking to myself for 33 minutes, and that's a weird thing to do objectively, and that I should feel more self-conscious about the fact that I've been doing this, but I don't. So yeah, hopefully this isn't going to awaken some sort of deep-seated narcissism that's always been there. That would suck. Anyways, back to the pattern, which I'll show you the pattern. I don't think I showed you the pattern. So as you can see, I prefer to look at the half pattern page. Oh goodness, that's, you can't see anything. Okay, let's see if I turn the brightness down, if that helps. Does that help? Yes, it does. Okay, so this is, I do like one half and then the other half. I think that was actually probably not the smartest way to do that, but this is the first time I've ever done something like that. So right now I'm working on this section, all of this stuff here on this coat. So, and as you can see, let me zoom in, there's like the different colors, and then you just kind of, and then those correspond to holes, because the fabric, pretty much all fabric have grids, particularly Ida, which is what cross-stitching people work on. They work on Ida, which has really pronounced grids. This is 16 count Ida, which is one of the smallest counts, so the holes are really big, so it's really easy. Also, I think my significant other came back, so he's probably going to come into this room, and when he does, I'll abruptly end the stream without saying anything, because again, you are only imaginary, and therefore I can't offend you. Yeah, because I don't want you to see them. So what was I saying? Right. So you just do the corresponding things, and each of them correspond to one of these colors. Ooh, all the colors. Ooh. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna turn the brightness back up though, so I can actually see it, because this is a little not bright enough. It is a little not bright enough, because that's a word. That's a word. Yes, it is. Okay, how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? So I can, I think I'll do it that way. Yeah, why not? I mean, I can think of a couple of reasons why not. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it that way. Okay, so next one down. Sorry, I'm thinking. Because I could go a couple of different ways. Because the goal is to have the back actually not look super messy. Like, this is a fairly messy back, but there are people that can make it look like this is like it's perfectly clean. And the way you make it look clean is by constantly going the same direction and not like crossing over the back stitches and stuff. Just in general, because like the more you cross like that, the more thread you waste. But also, like, it's nice to have an aesthetic looking back. That's a thing that we care about in the cross stitching. It matters if you're doing like cross stitching competitions and stuff, which I am obviously not. This is again my first ever big piece, and I'm fairly new to the hobby. But still, I like to try hard. Yeah, let's just yeah, let's just do it this way. Okay, so I'm going to show you the technique to make it look so that you don't have to tie a knot at the bottom of your thread, which you can do. That's like super pain in the ass. Pain in the butt, sorry. Pain in the butt. I'll eventually stop swearing. It's just, young person part of the vocabulary. Anyways, so you take it, so you pull a lot of the string through, and let me turn it all the way down. And I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if you'll be able to see this because it's very exposed. So, oh yeah, let me pull it back some. So if you can see, kind of, you have like one little bit, you have a little bit here, and then the big portion of your string, and you just you make sure that the little bit of string is in between the two holes. So the hole you're sewing through, you're going to put your needle through, and the hole that your string's already in. And then you pull it through, holding down on the string to make sure it doesn't move. Like this. And I did a horrible job of showing you this. I apologize. And then I don't know if you can tell, but it's like covered now. It's like over. And then now it's safe and secure in its spot. So that was my attempt to show you that. I know it's probably super overexposed, all the white and stuff, and I don't understand how cameras work, so I don't know how to fix that. Maybe one day, maybe if there's like, wait, that says 2. Is there another person watching this? It says 2 now. Hello, person. Hello, person. It's not imaginary. If you're actually watching this, I honestly think that it would make more sense for the analytics to just be tricking me. I don't know. As I was saying, right. So that's how you do the whole thing, and you do that so that you don't have to tie knots in it, which is just like, it's a pain. And what if the knots isn't big enough, and like making that not big enough? And then also it's again thread wasters to tie all those knots, because like it's really hard to tie a knot out very at the end, that for like with that much leftover string left over, it's very hard to tie a knot like that to be good enough that it wouldn't just go through the holes. And it's just as secure if you do it that way. Of course, you're supposed to. The right way to do it is you would go over that a couple more times just so that it's really stuck in. So I can show you a couple of times at the top here. See how like there's a really thick line there? That's when I went over a bunch of times. But as time went on, I just kind of stopped doing that because I got lazy, and also it got more difficult because I wasn't going across that way anymore. Yeah, the person's gone again. So they were probably just there for a second to see what was happening. Anyways, what was I saying? Right. So this makes it more secure, but I got lazy. So there's a non-minimal chance that this will totally come apart and watch, which would suck. But at that point, I'd just give up and move on anyways. So it doesn't matter that much. And again, this is just a thing I do to be creative, not to, what's the word? Not to like present it or show it to anybody. Although it is kind of hilarious that the thing that I do to be creative is just kind of like elaborate paint by numbers. But whatever. Elaborate paint by numbers is fun, and who cares? I mean, like, cooking is just following recipes until you like know what you're doing and you can stop following recipes. This is the exact same thing as that. The exact same thing. There's absolutely no difference. Do the thing, and you go down. and you go up. And wait, do I actually go all the way down to the thing? Yes, I do. And wait, all the way down? Or do I need to go low all the way there? And there's no way that this is at all interesting to you. But who cares? I might be misusing that word. I know that that's like an actual medical disorder, so maybe I shouldn't be making light of it. Okay, I shouldn't. Self-absorption. I'll say that from now on. That's better. Self-absorption for the win. Yeah, I think I'm so important that people would want to listen to me talk for 40 minutes straight on the internet. What am I doing now? Right. Okay, and that should go till right below. No, it shouldn't, because this is the one. So this should actually go 3 below that one. Okay, cool. So again, this is your reminder that the purpose of this stream is for us all to be creative together. I know, again, that you're all imaginary and not actually there, but who cares? So again, reading, writing, quilting, stone carving, although I'm not completely sure how you would listen to a podcast. I mean, I guess the headphones I'm wearing are really nice. Like, you can have a cell phone conversation with these headphones connected to your phone while mowing lawn with a gas-powered mower. So, like, there are headphones out there that you could theoretically watch the stream with and actually hear it. Although, I would imagine my voice is much more annoying than I think it is, and therefore you wouldn't want to. Because I personally don't like the sound of my own voice. It's a lot higher pitched than I am used to, because, like, I hear it as it reverberates through my bones, and so it's much deeper to me. So when I hear my voice, it sounds exceedingly shrill, which is suboptimal. So I apologize. My voice is actually, in fact, shrill to other people. Like, nobody else has complained, but also, like, how do you complain about that sensitive something to your face? That feels much more like a I'm going to leave an anonymous internet comment question thing that you would say to somebody than an actual thing you would say to somebody. So again, feel free. Imaginary internet comment away about how shrill my voice is as I cross stitch. Cross stitching because I'm going down the lines in the I mostly just don't like silence. Like, silence is not a thing that I do. Like, I'm either thinking to myself, or I'm watching something, or I'm listening to something. Like, there's no situation where I would, well, there's one situation where I would willingly sit in silence for an extended period of time, but I haven't done that yet because it requires waking up early on Sunday mornings, which I can't do because, why can't I do it again? Right, because I go to bed at 2, 3 a.m. and, like, I can't get up at 9 or 10 a.m. every morning for that. So, nah. So, yeah, no, I haven't done it yet, but I want to. So that's the thing. Oh, wait, did I do this wrong? No, I continued talking. I was honestly expecting there to be, like, a lot more silence. I would just kind of, like, silently do my thing, or maybe I'd turn on music because it's not like this is monetizable or monetized. I'm pretty sure I can just have music that's copyrighted in it. So, like, listen to some music, like, do that, but I didn't turn on music. I could still, theoretically, although I'm only going to be on the stream for another 4 minutes. So, or until I get to a good stopping point for this cross stitch. So, yeah, that's me. Hopefully I will see you all tomorrow. Objectively, I should probably be doing this on Twitch, but again, as previously stated, I don't know anything about Twitch, so I'm not going to do that. Maybe I'll do some editing tomorrow. Like, the idea of editing kind of stresses me out. So maybe I'll just write down the outline for that book idea that I had instead. Or I could just keep cross stitching. That is also a choice that I can make. Or I could read, like, an actual, like, not the Xenocide. I don't really want to read the Xenocide. I mean, they're just cool. Like, I really like that character, and, like, I want to learn more about the Hive Queen, but this also just feels like not my energy, you know? Hmm. Hmm. Oh, fudge sticks. Sometimes when you are cross stitching, you'll make a mistake, and that is okay. Sometimes in life you make a mistake, and that is also okay in most cases. I mean, if your mistake hurt, like, a lot of people, then maybe it's less okay. But, you know, I, basic white girl, haven't had a lot of those types of mistakes in my life, or any. Yeah, screw it, I'll go up. Tool, far. Yeah, so the pattern I'm going to do when I finish this one, I'm going to try and make my own pattern. It's going to be from a scene of the world between worlds and Star Wars Rebels, because honestly, I think it'd be kind of easy as like a first attempt at a pattern, because it's like a lot of just like black space. And I'm going to do it on black item, and it only requires white. So I feel like it's a good starting point for creating your own pattern. But also just it's just like visually gorgeous, and I think it would translate well with the cross stitch. Yeah, so that. Any Star Wars fans, Imagine Your World? I assume statistically, at least assuming there are like 100 of you, which I guess I'm kind of assuming, then there would probably be at least one Star Wars fan. It used to be Skywalker kind of shattered his faith in humanity for a second there. I liked it fine, but in retrospect, it probably shouldn't exist. It did a lot of damage to the franchise. Am I supposed to go all the way down with this? Yes, just yeah. So that, and then I'm a big Trek fan, although I haven't actually made it all the way through the originals because they're just so like 60s progressive sexist. It's just like it's like the small stuff. It's like the small stuff. It's like the seriously, dude. Seriously, like it's the bridge of the Starship Enterprise. They're going where no man has gone before. Maybe don't scream every single time something surprising happens on the bridge. Just saying. Maybe don't. Maybe the fully experienced women were very, very smart and know what they're doing and went through all the same training as the men. Wouldn't any them? They're one of the most progressive things. They were they were the first show on television to show an interracial kiss, which is like hilarious given like all the aliens and stuff. But like, dudes. And like I get it, it's like modernized, and like honestly, I'm not even criticizing it all that much because it's a fun series, and like they do a lot of cool stuff, but it's so hard to get through as like a 21st century female person. So I've seen everything else except for the last season of DS9 for some reason, even though I really like DS9, I didn't want to finish it. So I have no idea what happens with that war. So if you know, feel free to spoil it for me. Although you don't know because you're imaginary and therefore do not know anything more than I know. Ha. And can't spoil it for me. I would imagine they win somehow though, because that's what they do. They win at things. Okay. Sorry, it got complicated again. Okay, how do I want to go about this? Well, let's just go up that way and then we'll go from there. So yeah. Star Trek for the win. It's actually how me and significant other met. We were at we went around a mutual friend's birthday party, and I tried to argue with him about why Star Trek is better than Star Wars, and I did not understand the breadth of his love of Star Wars, so I lost because I'm more of a passive. I'm more of a passive fan in all of in most things. There are very few things I'm diehard about. Mulan Disney apparently is though, but again, I've done that rant to other people, so I don't need to do it to you guys. Oh, it's already passed. Okay, so it's past. It's 4:02, so I should probably stop soon. But the problem, the complicated thing. I want to try. Okay, I'll figure out the complicated thing, and then I'll leave it and leave you guys. See, that silence. It's already starting to get to me. It's been like what, like 30 seconds max. I'm not gonna look up and try and figure out how it is because like I'm almost done with the section and I really do need to leave. So I'm not gonna look up, but like I went like 30 seconds and then I felt like I needed to fill the dead space with something because my brain was like, silence is bad, silence is evil, your brain's going to explode. No, my brain, it must remain intact. So, yeah. Okay, I guess I'm gonna do on the hard things. So let me just like get through it so that I completely get where I'm going and I won't screw up in the future. And then I will say adieu. Uh, sorry, I'm back. It'll get you. It'll get. Doesn't help that I don't exercise either, though. Okay. Oh, whoops. Sorry, I thought I was just going to do one complicated thing, but then I decided to do a bunch of different complicated things just so I know where I'm at. Oh, that's missing a stitch. Good to know. So that I could get done and I wouldn't have to worry about it in the future. Also, I'm almost about to run out of thread, but I don't really want to deal with cutting the thread off, so I'll be forced to stop soon for that reason alone. Wait, no, I didn't miss a stitch. No, yeah, I did miss a stitch. Okay, cool. Miss a stitch. Not a big deal. Just have to add some blue purple back in later. Inventor. Transgress. Fudge sticks. How big of a problem is that? Oh, fairly big problem. Okay, I'll just cross stitch over it. That's the thing that you can do. If you screw up, you can just put the right thread over the wrong thing that you've already put instead of trying to redo it. It's fun hack there. Only you will notice. Yeah, that's supposed to go all the way down. Okay. It happens. It's not the end of the world. Okay. All right. Okay. Now I actually have to leave. I'm actually leaving this time. Okay. Just one more stitch. There we go. All right. And this is the progress that I made. Again, super overexposed. I'm not really sure what to do about that. Can't turn down. Maybe I put like my hand here, cover up all of the white and stuff. Yeah. So as you can see, I did all of this stuff. I'm going down here. So progress has been made. I really have to go though, so I'm gonna go corner. I hope that in the rest of your imaginary lives, you find time to be creative, maybe with me, maybe not with me. I hope I find time to be creative. Yay, self-absorption. Have a wonderful rest of your day and week and life, etc. Adieu.